Alright guys, just Jonah here. I actually wanted to make a quick video to go over Tradingview. The reason I want to go over Tradingview is because this is the main application you guys should be using to actually check your charts, mark up your charts, look at use your fundamental and technical analysis to make your to base your decision off of and place your trade. MetaTrader, in my opinion, at least for the phone, isn't the best. It's very small and you can't really, it doesn't give you a lot of resources to be able to, use your technical analysis. And then the iPad version of MT4 and then as well as the computer version of MT4 are slightly better. They do allow you to, use more indicators, and obviously the screens are just bigger, so it's better when you're looking at bigger time frames and even the smaller time frames. That looking at more candles is actually best, like in this case. You can see all the way far back, and you can see, okay, price is up, price has been up here before, but let's say you're only right here, you can't see that. So that's the only reason why I would prefer having this on a computer. All right, so anyways, let's go ahead and open up TradingView by going to tradingview.com. So here, let's pretend I'm not logged in. This is the first screen you're going to see. The main screen you're going to see, and here you have all sorts of information that they give you. They give you ideas here. This is a program you do have to pay for. However, there is a free option, and that free option lets you pretty much do everything. You'll get a couple ads. You won't be able to use indicators and all of that, but just to see charts, it'll help, and that's probably your best bet. All right, so let's pretend this was new. Let's go ahead and let's come up with actually a new list. That way we can start from scratch. All right, so at this top right corner is where you're going to add any symbol. Here, you can go ahead and look it. Let's go ahead and type in GBP USD. It'll pop up, but it won't pop up in the far right over here. This is where you go ahead. This is your watch list. This is the list that you're going to have, whereas here it's just to search, but it won't add it to your watch list. You'll want to come up here and add it. So let's just add GBP USD as an example, and boom, it's added. So when you do come here and look at another one, Euro GBP, let's go ahead and just, for example, come to this one. As soon as, it doesn't add to your watch list, but if you click it here, you're back on it. So that's definitely beneficial. You can add as many as you want. Let me just add Bitcoin for the sake of this. And now TradingView actually allows you to add a section. So you're actually able to come up here and let's say label this crypto. So now you can, and then label this regular Forex. So that way you have your sections separated, and that way it's a lot easier to be able to look through your charts. So that's definitely the great thing about that. Here, onto your far left hand side, it gives you all of the tools available, and this is where you'll be marking up your technical analysis, being able to mark up your chart and base your trade off of that. Like it has boxes, it has lines, it has trend lines, the Fibonacci. We're all going to learn a different way, so we're all going to be using different instruments. We're going to be using different tools, different strategies. Whatever works for you is best. The great thing about this is that whatever you do choose, it gives you an option to add a star. You add the star, you take it away, and it adds it to this little toolbox up here. So it gives you all of your favorite tools up here, so you don't have to be skimming through here. All you have to do is when you do get to it, add the star, click the star next to it, boom, and it adds it to this far right. I don't need that one, so I'll remove it. That way I don't have to keep coming back to my left hand side and looking for it. It's already up here. And then down here at this bottom left corner shows the star for your favorite tool. So let's say you do want to get rid of all of this in general, just click that star, it gets rid of it. Click it again, you brought it up. And then this tool right here allows you to use any tool non-stop. So if I have this removed, as soon as I make this line, I don't have the option to make another one. However, if I click the pencil with the lock tool, now I can make one trend line, two trend line, three. It's non-stop. So I like this little tool. However, if you're not looking to make drawings on a consistent basis, I'd suggest turn that off. Another great thing about Tradingview as well is that up here to the very top right in this icon section is the watch list, and details is the very first one. Click and unclick to get rid of it, or you can just simply move it to the far right and it gets rid of it. The one right below it actually allows you to set alerts. So I actually have a couple alerts right here which I don't need anymore, so I'll go ahead and remove these. But for example, let's say we're not always going to be on our charts looking at this, but let's say you trade specific times and all of that, but you see a possibility, you see a good trade setup, and let's say instead of constantly watching the charts, you just want to go ahead and set an alert and say, hey, notify me when price gets to this area. So for example, let's say I want to know when price reaches here, so I'll find out what price is, create an alert. All right, and it gives me the pair crossing. I'm gonna put crossing up. The value, what price do I want it to alert me at? I'm gonna do this one over here. No way.
A few moments later.
Well, my GoPro turned off, so I'm not gonna have any footage for that. I have the audio and I have the screen recording, so I'm going to keep moving forward. All right, so let's do this price right here. 134, 126. Enter. Boom. I can also add it to, notify me in the app. I have the app on my phone, so it'll give me an alert on my computer and on my phone. It'll pop up on my screen, and I have this checked which says send email to SMS. I have my phone number included in my Tradingview profile, so every time there is an alert, I will also get a text message notifying me when price is crossing a certain line. And let's say, for example, I want to be detailed and I want the alert to let me know, like, if price is crossing this up, then it's potential buys. So let's say, I want to add a little note. I want to, know what is this alert for? Potential buy alert. Enter. And then just save it. And so whenever a price comes up here and is about to cross this or touches it, boom, I'll get a text message, I'll get an email, I'll get an alert on my computer letting me know, hey, price is crossing this, potential buy. I'll go ahead and look at the charts and see if it's a potential setup. If it is, I'll go ahead and take it. The cool thing about this as well is that you can actually click and drag the alert elsewhere. Let's say potential sells and I want to come down here. All you do is click, drag, let go, and save. And now instead of a potential buy, I'm going to put potential sell, and let's say instead of crossing up, I want it to notify me when it crosses down. Save. Boom. That easy. And it's active. As soon as it gets touched, it becomes inactive unless you notify it not to. So that's a great thing about the alert section. We have our watch list. We have the alerts. There are other things such as headlines, a bit of news and all of that. You can go based off of this. It does give you informative news. However, I myself use Forexfactory. So I actually have it saved up here. So if you just type in, let me type this in, forexfactory.com. Hit enter. You're going to be brought, let me go to the home. Let me find home. Okay, you're going to be brought to this section right here. This area right here. You're going to the top and you're going to hit calendar. Once you hit calendar, it's going to bring you all of the news, any informative news, anything that's relevant to the currencies. It's going to bring it up in this section right here. And it gives you the dates, it gives you the times, and it gives you what type of news it has. The numbers it gives you on the side, it's good to know because when the news comes out, you want to watch out for those numbers. If they're green, it's good. If it's red, they're bad. It doesn't necessarily mean, the markets are going to go up and down. It just means high volatility. It means that, if the United States has a red folder and it's high volatility and let's say the unemployment rate is doing really good, then guess what? We can probably expect the United States dollar to gain strength and go up. So, having Forexfactory open is definitely a good website, as well as livecharts.co.uk. This gives you the strength of each currency. So it shows you which one is trading the most right now. Euro and AUD looks to be trading the most. So that's definitely a good website as well. I'm sorry. Yeah, CNBC, which is right here, is also another good website for stocks, for currencies, because it pretty much gives you the main news of how companies are doing, how the economy is doing, and how other countries are doing. And obviously, as forex traders, this is all information we need to know and be able to make our trade based off of that. So that's definitely a good one, having the news, having the headlines, and also having your Forexfactory, the currency strength, as well as any other relevant news. It's cool because there is a forex community here that they give their own, they give their own ideas, advice, and opinions and all that, which is great if you're not already involved in one yourself. But however, if that's not the case, I'll just go ahead and shrink this. I myself will actually get rid of the change percentage and will just have the price and the currency name. I don't need to know the rest. I make my trades based off price action, trend lines and volume and all that. So I don't need all this extra stuff. So it's pretty much ready here. You can skim through stocks, any forex, any indexes, and as well as cryptocurrencies. So that's the cool thing. There's a lot to look through. The paid version does allow you to use indicators. So right now, if we were to remove complete indicators and remove drawings, it would be a blank chart like this, completely blank. Let me get rid of this alert as well. It would be a blank chart like this. So yeah. And people can trade like this. I'm obviously going to get there someday. But currently, this is where we have our time frames up here. We'll be able to look. And same with the tools. You star the time frame you want and it adds it up here. It adds it to this area up here, right up here. So instead of clicking this arrow and finding what time frame you want to go, you simply click that one. And so what this means is basically each candle is 1 hour. If I click the 1 hour time frame, that means every single one of these candles is 1 hour. If I do the 15-minute time frame, that means every one of these candles is 15 minutes. So that means 4 of these candles is 1 hour. From here to, let's say just from here to here, that's 1 hour. 15 times 4, 1 hour. As far as the settings, the appearance, it's a good thing. You're able to change the color of the wicks. The reason I have white and blue and not red and green is for psychological reasons, psychological purposes. So the psychology behind colors is that we relate red to bad, red to stop, red to lose. And so when we see red candles on, let's say, a buy on a long position, and we see a red candle going down, psychologically, we're going to see it come down and we're going to panic. We're going, what if the trade is going against us? It's selling instead of going up. We panic. Same with green. And that's, you have a green candle and you're in a sell and you see that going up, like it's going to freak you out. You're not going to like that. And so that's the psychology behind it. I don't necessarily mind it. However, there are some people who do. I have white and blue just so I can, so it's easier on the eyes. That red and green, being able to fix your psychology before getting into the market is important. And you'll realize that in time. I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to save that for another video. I just wanted to make a quick video going over Tradingview and how to use it. When you get into the paid versions, there's obviously more you can do. I have the paid version. I do have the Pro Plus. I am paying $30 a month to be able to have indicators on here. This is the indicators tab, the FX indicators. And I also have my indicators, starred. So my favorited indicators. So I can just click it and it'll come on there. So I use the moving average exponential twice. I use the moving average once, and I use the volume. I use something else too. What else do I use? Is that it? I think that's it. So those are the only indicators I use. I sometimes use volumes. I don't really. Now I just use moving averages. Moving averages basically give you the average, where the average price closes for each candle. So if price is above the green line, it indicates strong buys. And once the green and red line cross, which they cross right here, and then the candles start closing below the red, that usually indicates sells. So it crosses right here, it crosses right here, and it crosses right here. As soon as this big long candle closes, we see all of these other candles start closing below the red. And then we see it right here. And then we see this spot right here. We see that the moving averages cross right here. And then we start seeing all of these blue candles start closing above the green, indicating buys. And then this 200 moving average is basically showing me the last 200, the average of the last 200 candles. So usually on bigger time frames, if the candles are all above the 200 the moving average, then it's still showing a huge uptrend. It's not until the candles start closing below it that it can signify a reversal or a downtrend. So the moving averages are my favorite. They're more based off actual information. But yeah, like when you do get into the paid version, like I mentioned, there is this replay button, which is very, very beneficial when you're backtesting your strategy. It allows you to go back to whichever candle time frame you want. It'll bring you right there. And let's say you want to replay this, it'll give you the option to replay it in up to, several different speeds. So let's say I wanted to show me one candle every 1 second. I hit play, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, and it'll go. If I wanted to move faster, it'll move faster. And it's great when you're backtesting because you can go to some random spot, use your rewind button, get rid of all of the front, and then you can basically do live trading this way. Obviously, you're not going to be making any money, but it moves. It allows you to be able to backtest your strategy and just practice. That is one of the most beneficial things on this website, in my opinion, and it does only come with the paid version. However, if you do use the free version, you'll be able to do it, but only on bigger time frames. You won't be able to do it on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 20 minute. So that's one thing that does kind of like suck, and does make, kind of gives you that initiative to pay for that. Another great thing too is, let's say you want to share your idea. Let's say, let me come over here to my main list. Let me actually come to here. So let's say I have something over here going on. Let's say I want to send this to someone. I'll go ahead and click this camera button up in the right hand corner. And look, it gives you the chart. It allows me to copy it. Let's say I want to come let's say here. And then I want to send this and send it to my brother. Copy, paste. This is a test. Don't worry. There. And click it. And boom. So that's one great thing about Tradingview. You're able to share, you're able to save your templates, you're able to add alerts, you're able to replay the charts to be able to do practice your live trading. And it's overall a very great resource to place your trades, to mark up your analytics, to use your indicators, to just learn. That's probably the best bet, is just to learn on this. And the cool thing is that, along with Tradingview, along with Forexfactory, and along with MetaTrader 4, there's, several different apps that as traders, we're supposed to be relying on, or at least utilizing. And this is one of the top 3 apps that we should be using. I'm not going to go too much in depth with it. I just kind of wanted to give an overview for the beginners, or for anybody who wanted to know what Tradingview was and what it did. I'll probably, my videos, when I go into, more education on trading, I will be going over Tradingview a lot more. But for the sake of this video, I just wanted to give a brief introduction to Tradingview, the Forexfactory, live charts, and CNBC. The 4 websites, the 4 tabs I have open to when I'm trading. Like I said, you can add stocks, you can add forex pairs, commodities, indexes, everything. All right, guys, that should be all. If you guys have any question, go ahead and reach out. Talk to you soon.